All right, so now we can go into the final portion of today's conversation, and it's about scholarships, right? Everyone wants to know, how do I get a scholarship? How many scholarships should I apply for? And now we're going to tell you. So there are tons of types of scholarships to choose from. Merit, meaning like, oh, this is what I've accomplished academically and or through my sports league or something that allows you to qualify for a specific subset of scholarships. Then there's like personal background and financial needs. So there are need-based scholarships saying like, hey, you can apply for this based on the amount of income that your household had over the past X amount of years. For those who are, again, a part of athletics, there are specific scholarships catered to just about every sport and then some. Leadership and service. So if you are so if you're a part of like a national service program like AmeriCorps, or you can do like Rotary Club or tons of clubs, right, where you're taking on a leadership role, they will offer tons of scholarship opportunities as well. So if you're a part of different types of affiliation groups, like when I was in college, I was a part of the Army Brat or Military Children's
Mhm.
Scholarship Fund, and I got a scholarship just because my father served in the military. So there's tons of really great ways to tap into various scholarships. And also there's like sweepstakes where it's like, hey, enter to win a scholarship. And all you have to do is submit your contact info, and then you get put in a drawing to potentially win a scholarship. So that does exist. But again, these scholarships are going to have different types of entry points, processes, and requirements. The bulk of some of the pretty meaty or substantial scholarships are going to require personal information, but also essays, right? So you're gonna have to do a detailed application, a series of essays that could be either a few hundred words or a very long or a very longer narrative. And that's okay, because the great thing is you can send all of your essay rough drafts to us, and we'll do a free review, give you feedback on it so that you can then submit it to the scholarship of your choice. So again, we're going to continue to plug that. We can help you write that essay so that you can get all the money you need to go to college, right? So then there's also video submissions. So if they're, so, oftentimes they'll say, hey, submit a 1 to 2 minute video about why you deserve this scholarship or how you're going to use these funds. And then you send off that video and it puts you in the running to win a scholarship just on a quick video that took less than 10 minutes to do. So that's pretty awesome. And then again, the sweepstakes piece. Now, some of the common requirements, again, with scholarships are going to be that personal background, those essays, letters of recommendation, which we have a full guide on that of how do you find, who do you choose as a recommender for your applications, and then how do you create a brag sheet so that your recommender has all of the information that they need from you in order to write that letter of support. Um, Many scholarships will ask for your transcripts and your GPA and your test scores as well. So it will definitely depend on the type of scholarship that you are applying for, but these are going to be some of those common requirements in order for you to apply to scholarships. Next slide, please.
So here's where we get into where to find them. It can be tricky to track down college or scholarships that aren't tied to your specific scholarship. I mean, to your specific college. But there are good databases that don't sell your data, that don't send you unnecessary ads, that don't send you sponsored scholarships. And we have a nice list of them here on our own site at getschooled.com. Again, these links will be available to everyone at the end of the presentation. From our site, we have a list of the largest two scholarships, like the most money, easiest to apply to, and then also a really handy list of DACA-friendly scholarships that don't require US citizenship or anything like that in order to apply for them. It can be extremely tricky to find DACA and undocumented friendly scholarships, so it's nice to have a list for that. Also, you can look to Grings College Center. It's a Get Schooled affiliate counselor from downtown Magnets High School, right in California. JLV, Free College Counseling, is one of my favorite scholarship databases. It's just this one random college counselor decided to make a super straightforward site, populate it with like constantly updated scholarships, links, a description, the deadline, So straightforward, doesn't ask you to create an account, anything. Just go on there. It's organized by month, by the major that you're interested in. If you're in leadership or service, the military, arts, scholarships are completely organized. It's a great website. I super, super recommend it. And then there are also college search engines like scholarships.com, Scholarship Owl, FastWeb. These sites don't always update their scholarships, so I'd just be a little bit more wary with them. And they also typically require you to create an account. And then they, this is just a sort of insider tip, but they will sell your personal data. So we recommend more the free sites listed above. But yeah, all of them are great for finding scholarships. Next slide. Oh, here's for tips and tricks. I think my biggest recommendation when applying for scholarships, and this is what I find working with students, is don't get discouraged. Scholarships and applying for them can inherently be discouraging, especially if you're applying, filling out these long applications, sometimes like not hearing anything back or getting rejection letters. Don't let that get you down, because it is in many ways, it's both a strategic and a numbers game. As long as you are consistently applying to scholarships that, like it mentions here, suit your background, that you feel when you read the description resonate with you, as long as you keep at it, you will find success. Just don't get discouraged, because it's very easy to. And the another like really fantastic tip here is that many of the colleges that you're applying to offer scholarships that we mentioned, scholarships that come through the FAFSA, that you're automatically applied for. Many colleges have other scholarships that are sort of independent of the FAFSA that you just need to apply for. Fill out an application with an essay, personal info, and send your information over. These are fantastic scholarships. And you should definitely look into and apply for as many of your own college's scholarships as you can.
Yeah, I would also like to add, I know some people get a bit weary about, oh, if I don't have the highest GPA, then I'm not going to qualify for a ton of scholarships. And my advice to you is apply anyway. So there are tons of scholarships available, whether you have a high GPA or whether you're an average or even below. So it's really about, like David said, finding the big scholarships, the small ones, and persistence, right? Because even though you apply, there may not be a guarantee that you get it, but consistency and persistence matters. So continue to apply to as many as possible. Look for ones that don't seem very popular. I know some people really just don't like writing essays, so that will make the application pool smaller for some of them that require them. But then also just be consistent. So there are scholarships opening up all day, every day. So just be diligent, go to vetted resources like the ones we shared on the previous slide, and continuously look out for that. But the biggest takeaway from this is complete your FAFSA, because that is the best way for you to get the largest form of grants and scholarships, because just completing that can put you in can make you eligible for institutional scholarships, meaning that scholarships available only at your school or within your specific major once you've declared one. So again, lots here, but complete the FAFSA. The FAFSA.
Exactly.
So, well, that concludes the bulk of our presentation, everyone. We so appreciate you taking the time to join us today. Again, we are here to answer any questions that you have, so please drop them in the Q&A. If not, give us a text at 335577 and you can chat with one of us. We're real, we will respond. So thank you so much for your time, and we'll be sure to get a recording of today's webinar, along with an extensive resource list, out to you in the next day or so. Thank you so much. You're awesome too. But have a great day, everyone, and take care.
Thanks, y'all. Oh, I think we have one question,
Oh,
Jackie.
oh, did I miss it? It's not showing up
We've
on my
got one.
screen.
It says, it's from Rachel. They said, do you guys know about Naviance?
Oh.
Which is a great question. We do. And it's tricky because Naviance is tied to, I think the school system has to pay for it to make it accessible to kids. I I could be wrong. Jackie, do you?
No, I got you. You're Hi, this is David, the other David. Naviance is indeed tied to a school district, bringing it on. So it's a system-wide thing, and it's tailored by the school district as a college access tool that your counselors help you to keep track on your track, and also they may have suggestions on schools, scholarships, and other resources.
Yes, super, super useful tool. Just check with your particular high school to see if you have access to it. Would be my main recommendation, because it's like Dave mentioned, hidden Dave. There are tons of scholarships. It's great for applying to college, researching colleges, and seeing what requirements are. It's all in like one nice hub, similar to the way that the Common App is laid out. It's like one hub you can apply to a ton of colleges. Naviance does the same sort of thing, except for that gearing up to apply to college sort of process. So yes, in short, like we've heard of it, it's a super great resource.
All right. I
Yeah, I
think
think that's
that
it.
was it. Well, thank you so much, everyone. Have a great evening. Take
Thanks all.
care.